Apparently, I did not get the memo, okay, about Twitter not having the prawns on there. Because, I mean, not that I was looking or anything, or I even follow pages on Facebook that direct me and redirect me to Twitter or anything like that, okay? Not that I'm a part of that crew of people. But if I were to be, and I happen to see some explicit activities going on in these dirty Twitter streets, now you're telling me that now you're introducing it, but I was seeing it or allegedly seeing it before? I guess I'm confused. Alice, girl, what are you talking about? That's not happening. Yes, yes, yes. X Twitter announces that it is officially allowing the prawns on the platform. But I could have sworn it was already there. Y'all, I could have sworn it was already there. Okay, now this is from Spiritual Word. All right, let's just go through this. It says, you may share consensually produce and distributed adult nudity or sexual behavior, provided it's properly labeled and not prominently displayed. Not sure what that's, I mean, I guess, okay, I guess they just don't want all the goods being shown like that, even though they're allowing all the goods to be shown like that, but whatever. We believe that users should be able to create, distribute, and consume material related to sexual themes as long as it is consensually produced and distributed. Sexual expression, whether visual or written, can be a legitimate form of artistic expression. Wasn't this the same thing or very similar to what Twitch was doing, where they were saying that y'all could essentially show more than what you all were showing before, even though this is Twitch, from my understanding, is a video kind of streaming site overall, and it has a younger generation, younger population, younger demographic who uses it, but then you're allowing the prawns to be everywhere. I mean, goodness. I mean, they updated, and yes, I got beef. Okay. I got beef with Twitch. All right. Because Twitch was getting on my dang nerves. Because the only way that I watch Twitch, for the most part anyways, is on the TV. I enjoy watching on TV, and if I want to go and chat, I go and pull up my tablet, and then I go through. Okay, but the problem I was having is they have depreciated it so much so that the videos hardly even load. If you want to go and type something, good luck with that. Like I said, the videos don't load, or they hardly load. So if I go and click on a video, it just keeps rotating like it's just keep loading constantly, but nothing ever populates. If you pause it, oh goodness, don't ever have to go to the bathroom or anything and pause your video, because if you pause it, sometimes it doesn't unpause. If you try to fast forward or rewind because you maybe have missed something, or maybe you've already seen this before, then your stuff just ain't gonna work anymore because it's not gonna play again. Okay, but let's just get but here's the thing. They're saying it is for artistic expression. That's what Twitch was saying. And that's when they were allowing women to show more boobies and stuff like that. And then they end up stopping it because people were they were having the prawns. I mean, what did you expect? But as you can see, sex sells. Okay, so that's why they're like, okay, well, we're gonna make some more money, and these women or some men want to make some money, so let's go ahead and let's get this stuff going. So that's why all this kind of stuff is happening. But let's continue. Okay, where was I? It says we believe in the autonomy of adults to engage with and create content that reflects their own beliefs, desires, and experiences, including those related to sexuality. We balance this freedom by restricting exposure to adult content for children, or adult users who choose not to see it. We also prohibit content promoting exploitation, non-consent. Okay, objective. Okay, we all know about that. All right, how we identify or how we define adult content. Adult content is any consensually produced and distributed material depicting adult nudity or sexual behavior that is pornographic or intended to cause sexual arousal. But that could be anything. You could look at my toes and be like, I don't want you to look at my toes, but you can look at my toes and you can be like, ooh, yes, Alex's toes. Let me go and lick them. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. I mean, but let's keep it real. Twitter has all this stuff. Not that I know, of course. It applies to AI generated photographic or animated content such as cartoons, hentai. Okay, like the stuff they were doing with Taylor Swift, the deep fakes, I guess. Full or partially new, I guess because it's not consensual, but then again, it is AI. So what's the rules on AI? Full or partial nudity, including close ups of genital, explicit or implied sexual behavior or simulated acts of sexual intercourse and other sexual acts. Okay. This stuff was already on here though. That's why I guess I'm confused. Did I not get the memo? Not that I was looking, but it was already on here. Toe pictures, for people who are into that. Yeah, toe pictures, that kind of stuff that's going on. I seen a whole girl, okay. And I just watched it earlier today. And I'm like, okay. And it's all on the Twitters. So that's why I'm confused. You're like, okay, well now we're all friends. But this is already happening. I guess I'm confused. I don't know. Do y'all think this is a good idea? At the end of the day, it was already on there. So I don't really understand what this announcement is for because it was already on there anyways. But at the end of the day, y'all, let people make the money. You know what I mean? I get not everybody wants every site to be extra sexual and whatever, but heck, you go on Instagram. There are women, even though they may not necessarily be nude, okay, or without clothing, if it's were, okay, even though they may not necessarily be without clothing, there are plenty of women on there. And I'm not talking about bikinis, even though, it's kind of like a weird like oxymoron, kind of, or I guess more of a contradiction anyways. Bikinis are okay, but bra and panties aren't, even though it's literally the same thing. But whatever. But I've seen so many women who are wearing, they're wearing like nothing. You can see under boob, you can see side boob, you can see the crack of their booty, you can see the pones. You see everything. You know what I mean? The only thing, I've seen a chick, she was wearing something that just barely covered the nips, and then like some little string thing, and then like a see-through bottom. And I'm like, I mean, there's nothing left to the imagination any longer. Everyone's seen a nipple. So I'm like, okay, you put everything out there. So I've looked at it and I'm like, okay. People want to say like, oh well, Instagram, they don't allow that kind of stuff, they don't allow the prawns, but I'm looking like all this other stuff. You might as well. I've seen chicks in all crazy positions on there and I'm like, wait, hold up. I guess I'm confused. But let me know what y'all think. I don't think, it's not going to change anything. It's already been the same stuff. People are using Instagram to promote, the prawns, the OFs, just them just being out there, having hardly anything on. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But at the end of the day, this is just what it is. You know what I mean? It's already been established. So I don't get why we're having this big announcement like this is something new when it ain't. But I digress. Let me know what you all think down below.